Communicate 2 Coursebook by Kate Pickering, CD 1. Unit 5. Prepare to describe a photo. Exercise 3.
OK, so at first sight there doesn't seem to be much connection between the two pictures. In the one on the left we can see a clock. It's bright red and it's probably made of plastic. In the photo on the right, there are two young guys in the foreground, and in front of them, a bit further away, I think there's a swimming pool. They're outdoors in some kind of garden. I don't know which country they're in, but it looks like it might be Turkey or North Africa. The interesting thing is that both the boys have got flags round them. One is, I'm not sure, maybe the Turkish flag, and the other has a picture of Che Guevara, you know, that classic image of Che as a revolutionary. And this is where the two photos have something in common. On the clock, in the first photo, there's an image of Marilyn Monroe. So the thing the two pictures share is this idea of an instantly recognisable image, something that would be familiar to people all over the world. I think the point is that these are no longer just pictures of Marilyn or Che Guevara, but iconic images of the 20th century. A lot of young people would have something with an image of one of these people and think it was cool without really knowing who Che Guevara was or what he did. They're both kind of stylised artistic images. They're not just photos. And I guess they've become something more than, well, what they were originally.
Unit 5. Prepare to describe a photo. Exercise 5.
Icon. Someone who is very famous and who people think represents a particular idea.
Unit 5. Prepare to speak for or against a topic. Exercise 3.
Many national flags have strong symbolic origins, telling us about the history of the country or representing important local features. The first flag of a united South Africa was launched at the time of South Africa's first democratic elections, when Nelson Mandela became president in 1994. Red, white and blue were common in the colonial flags of South Africa's past, notably in the flags of Britain and Holland, while green, black and gold were traditionally associated with the African people. The two branches coming in from the left represent the coming together of the different people of South Africa who then take the road ahead together.
The Taiji, or diagram of ultimate power, symbolises the traditional concept of yin and yang. It represents the idea that opposing forces, like night and day, are interconnected in the natural world. The circle represents the idea of the whole, and the black and white areas represent the interacting parts of the whole. The Taiji is a simple figure, which looks a little like two fish. To create it, draw one large circle and then draw two smaller circles inside. Trace an S shape, curving from top to bottom, along half the perimeter of each of the smaller circles. Originally believed to be a Chinese symbol, symbols similar to the Taiji can also be found in other places. For example, on the South Korean flag, officially adopted in 1883.
The Mercedes-Benz brand is part of the Daimler Group and is associated worldwide with quality cars. Mercedes was the name of the daughter of one of the company's founders. The three-pointed star, which is still seen on Mercedes vehicles today, was invented by car manufacturer Gottlieb Daimler in 1909. It's said that he marked his house in Cologne, Germany, on a map using a three-pointed star. But the logo also symbolises the company's desire for its vehicles to dominate the three transport branches of land, sea and air.
Unit 5. Prepare to speak for or against a topic. Exercise 5.
Personally, I would rather buy two own-brand products if there were no difference in price. I have several reasons for this. Firstly, I'm not that bothered about fashion or having a particular brand of music player, for example. If the MP3 works, or the shoes fit, that's all I really care about. Another reason is that I'm a student, so money really counts for me. I'm trying to save up to go travelling in the holidays. That's more of a priority for me than wearing a particular make of jeans or trainers. But the most important thing is that I'm not interested in buying well-known brands. In my opinion, some of those products are really overpriced, and the companies take advantage of consumers. There's a lot of very aggressive advertising by some brands, and a lot of social pressure to use certain makes. I'm really against what I see as manipulation of the public by large corporations, so I think as a matter of principle, I'd opt for the two cheaper items.
Unit 5. Prepare to do a project. Exercise 3. Part 1.
Some people say there is no true English culture. Early invasions by Romans and Normans meant that Britain was influenced early on by a range of different cultures. In addition to its Anglo-Saxon roots, Britain also has a strong Celtic tradition through the differing cultural identities of Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. In the 20th century, the wave of immigrants, first from former colonies such as India and the Caribbean, and then more recently refugees from Africa and the Middle East, and economic migrants from Eastern Europe, have added to the nation's cultural diversity. Is it possible, then, to agree on national traditions and symbols which truly represent England today? Would the list include monuments like Big Ben or Stonehenge, internationally recognised design triumphs like the Mini and the red telephone box, or the London Underground map? What about events like Wimbledon, famous characters like James Bond, or quintessentially English traditions like queuing or having a cup of tea? In 2006, the Government Department of Culture, Media and Sport sponsored a 2-year project called Icons of England. The public were asked to nominate and then vote for 100 aspects of British culture which summed up the nation today. Places and monuments, customs and traditions, stories and songs were all eligible for nomination. Within months, over 5,000 icons had been nominated, and over 500,000 people had voted. The photos show some of the icons people chose.
Unit 5. Prepare to do a project. Exercises 4 and 5. Part 2.
For many people, England wouldn't be England without a nice cup of tea. Tea is a popular drink everywhere, from your own kitchen to a greasy cafe or one of London's finest restaurants. Tea was first introduced in the 1650s, and today British people drink tea from first thing in the morning till last thing at night. Whether you fancy a break from work, or a friend pops in for a chat, or even if you receive bad news or a shock, for many people there's nothing better than a nice cup of tea. The average British person drinks 3 cups of tea a day. For more than half a century, James Bond has been popular in Britain and worldwide. Appearing first in Ian Fleming's novel Casino Royale in 1953, there have been a total of 13 books, and the 22 films represent Britain's second most successful film series after Harry Potter. Based on the world of Cold War espionage, you might think that this smooth-talking, martini-drinking, womanizing secret agent could seem out of date in the 21st century, but the 2008 film, Quantum of Solace, proved to be a massive hit at the cinema. The Mini was an icon from the moment it was first produced in 1959. Introduced as a small, affordable family car, it quickly became a fashion symbol of the swinging 60s. But apart from being a style icon, its revolutionary design influenced car manufacturing worldwide, and it also went on to be a successful competitor in rally driving. In 1999, the Mini was voted European Car of the 20th Century, and it continues to be popular today.